Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack, and earlier this morning we got our first look at the Freja hero trailer where they showed off Freja in this awesome animated short featuring herself obviously taking a job from Maximilien, but more importantly giving us a sneak peek at potentially Hero 45. And that hero could, hold on a second, wait a minute. Hey, I know that hero! That's the guy that everyone's clickbaited for the past 9 years of potentially being a hero! And here we are once again, but today we're gonna be breaking down the hero trailer and the story of Freja because I really think she has one of the coolest origin stories and introductions into the Overwatch universe, especially if it involves Maximilien, who we all thought was gonna be Hero 43, but rather is hiring Hero 43. Let me explain. First, we gotta talk about Freja's important origin story because that explains where she is right now. Because Freja was Overwatch's most renowned search and rescue operative. She would go in and search for people that needed help in distressful situations, and she would save a bunch of people's lives. However, that was when Overwatch was first operating, but then once it was disbanded, she was left without a job. So instead of rescuing people, she now hunts people down in the dark arts of bounty hunting, which is where Maximilien gets involved. Since bounty hunters don't wave a flag, they're willing to take any job for anybody that's willing to give a payment, whether it's for a good organization or an evil organization like Talon. And since Maximilien has a boatload of money from money laundering and other evil operations, he has a lot of money to give for his dirty work that he doesn't want to do. And that's where this hero trailer comes in because we're introduced to 3 captured, one of them being called the Wolf. And he even notes that these captures happen very swiftly, but more importantly, very neatly.
All bounties recently posted, all neatly delivered, all very, very interesting.
So he already has a hunch of who did this job, but he needed to be able to lead this bounty hunter to him so that he could introduce them to a new job that he just posted. But more on that job later because we finally get to see Freja! Yippee! So as we'll see later on in the video, Maximilien and Freja, aka Giffen, as we'll also know is Freja's code name, are very familiar with each other's game. And they have a very professional relationship, I would say, where Maximilien posts a job for bounty hunters to hunt down someone, and then they pay out whoever hunts them down and brings them to him. And Freja obviously is the best in the game and always brings the targets very quickly and very neatly to Maximilien. So she's always rolling in that dough, or it seems, because apparently Freja took another job of Maximilien and didn't get paid.
And my cargo that seems to have gone missing. Might you also have something to do with its absence?
Now, they don't explain what exactly was in this said quote-unquote cargo, but I'm gonna guess it was the cargo that held Echo that Cassidy and Ashe fought for in Ashe's cinematic trailer. Now, that's just a guess, and honestly, it's not important to this specific story. What is important is that Maximilien sees the skills of Freja, but need to lure her into his clutches for a new and bigger job. So he didn't pay out for the cargo job, 1, because he didn't get the cargo, but 2, he sees the skills of Freja so that Freja would show up to this specific meeting.
Considering there was a problem with payment last time, I helped myself.
There was a problem? Oh my, perhaps I should fire my accountant.
And I just love how Maximilien has a line saying that he needs to fire his accountant because he is the accountant. He is the guy that made this payout mistake intentionally so they can bring Freja in. But after a bit of back and forth, Maximilien is tired of waiting and wants to see his new potential toy in action. The toy being Freja because he wants to bring her on for this big important job of hunting down a specific individual. Think of this like a practice session. If she could survive his henchmen, she could survive anything. And then we see absolute cinema. The dark arts of bounty hunting is put front and center with Freja. We see her crossbow, bow, and arrow. We see her bola ability. We see all the things that just make her one of the coolest heroes of all time. And I cannot wait for her to be released later on this weekend during the free trial period because, oh my god, she is so cool. But after destroying Maximilien's whip, which apparently was a very expensive whip, Maximilien is, for lack of better words, impressed.
Very good, very good. Expensive, but good.
So Maximilien has seen enough. He paid out for the original 3 bounties, let Freya keep whatever was left in the cargo, but then introduced the very big and important job that only she can carry out. Now obviously Freya is hesitant because, well, she has other jobs. She doesn't want to do these petty little tasks that Maximilien has, but then Maximilien reveals that he knows Freya's true identity.
Indeed I do, Giffen. Or should I say, Freya.
Which is Freya. We all call her Freya because we know her true identity, but Maximilien and everybody else in the Bounty Hunter game only knows her as Griffin. But once Maximilien reveals the true identity of Freya, she knows that she has no choice but to work with Maximilien. And when she sees who is targeted for this next job, she knows what she's got to do. She knows she's the only one that can carry out this mission. And carry out this mission she does because she's now going to be hunting the clickbait Overwatch hero that everyone has been using in their thumbnails ever since 2016! Potentially marking the 45th hero. And I say 45th and not 44th because we know who hero 44 is going to be, and that's going to be Aqua. But after Aqua, everyone else is fair game, and that could potentially lead to this character finally releasing as a playable hero, or not. Maybe it's just another character that is in the Overwatch universe that is not going to get expanded on. But I really don't think that this is going to be an unknown NPC character that Maximilien just randomly assigns for Freya to hunt down, for many reasons. The first reason is that the animators and developers specifically chose this character to be the next target. They could have created and drawn any random character, any random Omnic for Freya to be scared of that only she would know would be a scary target. But they specifically chose this one because we know that this unknown target used to operate with the original Overwatch team, which is why Freya seems a little bit timid at this target because she potentially knows just how powerful this unknown target is because they probably worked together in the Overwatch division. Freya was in search and rescue, and this unknown target is probably in the same division as like Soldier and Reinhardt and Ana, probably heroes at the front lines. Or maybe, here's a wild guess. Maybe they used to date in Overwatch. I know that sounds stupid. I know that sounds wild, but maybe this is the ex-boyfriend of Freya. That would be so crazy. You heard of the trope enemies to lovers? Well, what about lovers to enemies? Oh, this is the Overwatch Valentine's Day love story that we've all needed. I'm not too sure, but what I am sure of is that Freya will be releasing early to the public on March 21st, which is this Friday, and will be available during this free trial weekend up until March 24th. She is still slated to release for season 16, which is going to be coming up here in a couple of weeks. But if you want to get your grub little paws on the next Bounty Hunter hero, then you can try her out for free this weekend. She's only going to be available in quick play, not competitive, so have fun and don't throw too hard because apparently she's really, really difficult. But until the weekend, let me know what you think about Freya and her origin story. And until then, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching Overwatch 2 videos to come, and bye.